Well, my papers went into Basingstoke-on-Dean yesterday, so I'm now the official Labour candidate for Whitchurch for Basingstoke-on-Dean Borough Council. It's quite exciting. We've got our Facebook page up already, as you can see, and we've got a leaflet going out at the weekend, but I thought I'd try getting the information about me across in a different way, because not everybody wants to read stuff, and actually you don't really get so much sense of a person, do you, from a bit of paper. So you should know that because I'm standing for Labour, that means there are certain kinds of things that I hold dear, and I will be fighting any further cuts in public services because austerity continues to bite, and that means that people need those services more rather than less. So I hope to be working with Chloe to make sure that people in Whitchurch, as individuals and as a community, have fair access to the resources that are available at Basingstoke-on-Dean. I am aiming to put out more information on different topics over the coming days and weeks in the run-up to the election, but I thought you'd like to know a couple of the top things that I think are important for our community. The fact that we've had a lot of new houses built already and planned for the future presents some opportunities. And there will be money for the community as a result of that development. So we need to make sure that it's spent in the way our community wants it spent. And we've already identified that through the Town Council's neighbourhood plan. Now, lots of us have reservations about aspects of that, but it was really important that we should have some plan for our town that would mean that the development was happening in the places that we wanted it to be happening. So let's make sure that we work together to ensure that the money that's available as a consequence of that is spent wisely. Now, the downside, I think, is that lots of those houses are far too expensive for the young people who live here already. And we know that quite a lot of young people have to move away from Whitchurch in order to find somewhere to rent or to buy. And my own family are in the same boat. So I think it's really important that we keep track of what's available at an affordable level, and I mean really affordable, not some rarefied government notion of what's affordable for local people, and to keep a broad definition of what constitutes local, because if you've been born and brought up in Whitchurch and then you've had to move to Andover because you can't afford to buy or rent here, then there ought to be a way that you can keep that connection and enable you to move back close to your family. And then the last thing I'd like to talk about today, just so I don't bombard you with a whole lot of information first off, is traffic and parking, which is the other big issue for the town. And those of us who've been to the shops or off to work or trying to get children to school first thing, or have witnessed those enormous HGVs stuck in the middle of the square, we know what a nightmare it can be. I've had this personal and possibly slightly mad campaign of photographing HGVs and sending the pictures to the companies that own them, asking them to reconsider their route. And actually that's been quite successful on a really tiny scale. But I'd love to do something more constructive and better focused to try to improve the situation for all of us. More housing is only going to increase the number of cars. We really need to think things a bit differently. I'm going to a meeting on behalf of the Town Council to look at Bell Street car park tomorrow, and it's only a listening exercise. We don't get any input at that stage as a Town Councillor, but I want to be as informed as possible about what the issues are so that I can represent you effectively if you choose me on May the 3rd, which I hope you will. So that's it, thank you. I am actually going to post another thing that just sort of says a bit about me, which is a whole lot of photographs from our family albums which show what Whitchurch means to us and why we care about it. Dodgy outfits, even dodgy haircuts, it starts in the 90s, what can I say? But in case it's obvious, no filter. Thank you.